You know what I'm saying? You just setting yourself for psychological annihilation, man. You asking for it, man. So if you walk around with that type of time on that type of time, just and you know what I'm saying, you want to prove yourself, you know what I'm saying, just know what you're setting up for. Because man, as soon as they get a hold of your ass, as soon as they get a hold of you, and you get locked up, man, you're gonna be under so much mental stress. You'll never be able to have any type. You'll never get that esteem back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose some esteem that you'll never have again. You know what I'm saying? Just testing it. So just watch out for that. You know, before you even, you know what I'm saying, do whatever you do, right? So that's what I really wanted to talk about. That's what I really wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, to y'all youngins. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you know that. And last thing I want to talk about too, man, is just, you know, protect your esteem, man. While you still had a chance and you ain't been locked up, you know what I'm saying? Just understand, like, a lot of things is a mind thing, you know, especially in this area, right, too. In this area too, right? Because they want you in the prison system. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want you in the prison system, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to rip your esteem. Because like I said, you know what I'm saying, this area specifically is known to like psychologically destroy and strip, you know what I'm saying, black men of their psychological esteem. You know what I'm saying? It's a fortress. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little fortress for that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that, right? So build your esteem, keep your esteem up, but at the same time, man, like, you know what I'm saying, don't, you know what I'm saying, just know what you're getting into, man. Like, if you get behind that cell, because, you know what I'm saying, that's what you really putting yourself in a position, painting yourself out to you know, so for, you know what I'm saying, like, when you get in that cell, like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be down, man, like, shoot, man, with a cellie, man, it's just, like, I'm telling you, the worst thing about that jail, man, is like when you get in that joint, you really just in the cell with anybody. Like, that's the thing about like Stafford County or Rappahannock jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that when you get in that jail, not only is the lawyers gonna do you bad, and the prison system gonna do you bad, but they gonna house you in the jail with anybody. You know what I'm saying? The Rappahannock Regional Jail is known to house crazy folk with normal folk. Known to house, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at it from an outward perspective, you know what I'm saying, if you somebody who just ain't never been locked up, you know what I'm saying, think about it. Like, you may come into jail as a normal person with a normal psychology, thinking you want to prove yourself, but you really gonna go into jail and get locked up with killers. You'll get locked up with crazy folk. You'll get locked up with real life assassins. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get locked up with you know what I'm saying, drug dealers. You're gonna get locked up, you know what I'm saying, pretty much with all that, you know what I'm saying? So just know what type of environments you get into, man. If you want the type of time when you get in jail messing with the wrong folk, man, you're going to lose your life. You know? That's the thing, you know, with y'all youngins, man. Y'all youngins be so happy to just run and just move and just do whatever. Think you can run shit and just do whatever, not knowing nothing about any type of structure. Jail gonna humble you, and you really gonna find structure, especially like if you lucky enough to sit down for 2 seconds and be observing for you know what I'm saying, a couple seconds and see what really goes on. You know what I'm saying? Because then that'll humble you right there. You know what I'm saying? Just being observant. You know what I'm saying? 2 seconds of you know what I'm saying? Two seconds of observation will really put you in a state of humility. You know what I'm saying? It's humble you what really goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 seconds might put you in a state of, you know what I'm saying, humility. But anyway, like I said, especially for y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all youngins being out there, man, like, the thing is, when you just gotta know, you gotta know what you're getting into, man, like, but I'm not gonna lie, like, the upside, the thing about jail, man, is you know what I'm saying, is structure, you know what I'm saying, depending on where you go. Like, if you go into a max pod, man, there's gonna be grown men that have structure, you know what I'm saying, because when in jail, that's the one thing you will learn. If you're in a max pod, you're gonna learn structure. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your celly, you're gonna learn structure. You know what I'm saying? Structure is the first thing you most definitely gonna learn, because you come out a certain amount of times a day. You know what I'm saying? You have a scheduled routine. You do the same thing every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it's run. In life, you know what I'm saying, it's the same thing, man. You have yourself set schedule, set things you do on a daily, on a you know what I'm saying, on a consistent basis, and you know what I'm saying, it's just structure, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, man, like shoot. Man, like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's a different process, man. Like I want to say, cause like in jail, man, like it's your esteem. You know what I'm saying? Like you get along with folk. You know what I'm saying? You might meet some weird people, man, but at the end of the day, them weird people might be like some of the most interesting people you meet. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? It changes. You know what I'm saying? Changes your eye a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this, right? For y'all youngins out there, man, to be specific, like, you know, your esteem, you know, you may have dreams right now before you even get locked up. You know what I'm saying? You may have dreams of wanting to do this or want to do that, or like I wanna have my own business, my clothing business. I wanna, you know what I'm saying, travel the world, do that. I want to own this. I want to have that. You know what I'm saying? I have a dream of going to play this or going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I may have a dream of doing all of this, right, as a kid. But just understand and you may have a plan to even get there by chance. You know what I'm saying? But just understand what you do before you do it, man, because you might end up getting locked up and you're going to lose all that. You know what I'm saying? All your plans, all your dreams, all your goals, whatever you had, you know what I'm saying? All that shit gets lost and put on hold. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you get locked up and when you come back out, you may not have the steam to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You might be so mentally, psychologically crushed and beaten down, like it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be as easy. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got some things in your mind that you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? You got some things that you can't unsee that normal people haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? And now you no longer can connect with normal people. You know what I'm saying? And get the job that you want to get, or talk to the folk, communicate with the communicate in the spaces that you want to communicate in, or communicate in the outlets, the people within the outlets that you want to communicate with. You know what I'm saying? Where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to do that type of thing no more just because you can't get the images out of your head, what you've seen, what you heard, what you've been around, what you've experienced. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, all that stuff, man, just ends up being the forefront of your mind. It's just a battle you continuously fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can never get to where you want to get to. Then you see people being successful doing the things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, you can't really do those things because, or really, you can't do those things the way you want to do those things because you done seen so much, and it just it don't translate the same. You know what I'm saying? It don't output the same, right? You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what you do, like, you can never do things as comfortably as you want to do them. You can never do them the same way that you would like to do them. You know what I'm saying? And then just, you know what I'm saying, you can't really be yourself no more, like, in your identity, like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard because you can't really unsee what you unseen. You know what I'm saying? You can't really get past, you know what I'm saying, all these things, right? And you got to understand how much of a subatomic human level that you're put on. You know what I'm saying? People think it's so pretty to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty or something, you know? And it's just like, man, you got to understand something. You think just you just going to meet a bunch of killers and just real niggas or something? Like you just going to be around real niggas or something? And that's what you just want to be around? Like at the end of the day? But, man, you got to understand what conditions folks is living in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you really ready to have your mind rewired to be that? You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Put below the level of subatomic human being. Like, are you really trying to go through that? You know what I'm saying? Be put on that level. You know what I'm saying? And then come out of jail. You treated worse than a dog. You know what I'm saying? You regarded worse than a dog. The psychological torment they put you through is so low. And so, you know what I'm saying? Are you really willing to give up your humanity? You know what I'm saying? For that? At the end of the day? Is that something you really trying to do? And the people in the jail that run the jail ain't got no humanity in them either. You know what I'm saying? The COs, the lawyers, none of them, man. They ain't got no humanity in them either. They just as ugly. They even worse than the inmates. You know what I'm saying? Because they do what they do to the inmates. You know what I'm saying? They do what they do to the inmates, man. They train to play on a person's psychology so bad, you know what I'm saying, when they're already in the worst conditions. What kind of human being is that? You know what I'm saying? That's a monster. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy person. As a CO, you train to be crazy. You train to be a monster. You know what I'm saying? Because the gold badge is gonna be telling you to really play on certain people's psychology and certain people's minds, you know what I'm saying, and get comfortable with it. You train to be a monster. You know what I'm saying? You train to psychologically do things to people and hurt people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Specifically. What kind of torturous human, what type of crazy, twisted human being is that? You know what I'm saying? What kind of twisted human being is that? You know? It's crazy. You know? It's crazy, man. It's one thing as a soldier to take another person's life, but it's another thing as a CO to spend half your day, 12 hours of the day, you know what I'm saying, mentally tormenting an individual, you know what I'm saying, specifically selecting individuals to mentally do things to just to see how they would react and continually just play on that person's mind, you know what I'm saying, singling out certain individuals because that's what they do, you know, because that's what they do, you know. If they're not getting the whole pad, they singling out an individual. You know what I'm saying? And seeing how they would react and seeing how they play on their mind. You know what I'm saying? It's twisted. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So, who's really trying to be a part of that disgusting process? And we call it humanity. And we get people come out of the jail, you know what I'm saying? And they walk around the streets, man, and just folks out on the street on a different type of time, man. Like, folks is so high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just like in the world, in the society, especially America, is structured that way specifically, right? You know what I'm saying? To where things is not even about hard work. It's just about seeing the right things at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And capitalizing off of it. It ain't got nothing to do with hard work. It ain't got nothing to do with a person's ability and a person's will or a person's skill. It's everything to do about seeing the right thing at the right time. You know what I'm saying? And capitalizing off it. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else, man. You could be the most generic, robotic person in the world, man, and be the most successful in America. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, to conclude this video, man, to conclude this podcast, like, you know, to conclude this podcast, you know, you got to choose what you want to live. Like, would you rather have generic, robotic people, you know what I'm saying, people who are unqualified to look down on you for the rest of your life? Or would you rather, you know what I'm saying, be humble, be a steward, be structured, and just handle business, man, and get yours? At the end of the day, man, that's just the question. You got two options. You could just get yours, be humble, be structured, be open, you know what I'm saying, and just be you just keep your head down, you know what I'm saying, and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Let some things slide that, you know what I'm saying, will you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, that might contest that. Or, you know what I'm saying, you could just let you know what I'm saying, or you could just give into your ego, be stupid, get locked up, trying to be something you're not, you know, and just having all this psychological stuff to deal with, and then just coming out and just turning in and just, you know what I'm saying, turning into something you're not, you know what I'm saying, and being regarded as something you're not, you know what I'm saying, and not for the positive, I mean for the negative. You may go into the jail one time, because you might go into the jail thinking that you just going to, you know what I'm saying, you think you just going to come out hard, right, and you just going to come out like this tough dude, but really, you just going to come out like this effed up MF, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna come out as an effed up MF, man. Someone who's just been sleeping on the ground, sleeping with bugs, sleeping with roaches, sleeping with spiders and all that. You know what I'm saying? And without proper rehabilitation, you're going to be regarded as such. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, man. At the end of the day, the jungle is ruled by a lion, you know what I'm saying? Or men. Think about how a human being controls the world, you know what I'm saying? With all these animals, you know what I'm saying? You got bobcats, and you got lions and leopards, and you got jaguars. You got some of the toughest and ferocious things on this planet, you know what I'm saying? But yet, the ruler of it all is a man who ain't got none of that. He ain't got no claws, no talons, no nothing. He ain't got nothing but his mind, you know what I'm saying? His mind is the only thing that puts him in that position to be able to rule. You lose that when you get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So how rough really is it, you know what I'm saying, coming out? When you're that institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? When you get that institutionalized. You're literally regarded as livestock. Literally. That's no joke. Obviously, you're livestock when you get locked up. You know what I'm saying? You're livestock, and you're accounted as such. Like in a zoo. You know what I'm saying? They come by, do they check every hour. I say that to conclude. I said to say this. I mean, to conclude this video, this podcast. Just at the end of the day, jail ain't something you want to go through, man, because there's too many factors, man. It's like, that's one thing you're not trying to deal with. Come out, you know what I'm saying? Just come out of jail, have to deal with so much. And what you eat, you know what I'm saying? Imagine really being programmed, mentally and physically programmed by what you eat, what you see, and the mental condition, psychological condition they put you through, what they tell you about yourself, what they make you do to put you at to institutionalize you and put your mind at that state and function and train your brain that you are less than a human being, or less than a dog. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that they do to you, you know what I'm saying, mentally, physically, and spiritually, you know what I'm saying, and emotionally too, if you want to count that. Like, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff they do to you, is that really, what you want to come out and you know what I'm saying? You just really think about that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna conclude this video right here. I hope this is a good video for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hope this is a good video for y'all, man. In the next video, man, we're gonna discuss some things, man, like, some other things about the jail, man, but like, even regardless of the stories, man, like, I always got to come back and say, man, this is some things that you just don't want to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's just not something you want to go through, man. It ain't worth none of it, man. But this one was to the youngest, man. But I'm gonna get some stories, man, for y'all in the next podcast, because I know, like, you know what I'm saying, this is also for folks coming out of jail too. You know what I'm saying? That actually been through these experiences, man. Like, being around certain individuals, man, because you meet some folks, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you really get, you know what I'm saying, in the positions, get in jail, like, locked up, man, like, you meet some folks, man, like, and the one thing I will say, man, before I go is, like, be careful, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge people, man. Be careful who you be around, man, because sometimes, man, you might be around some weird folks, man, but you might be around some interesting folks at the same time, man, like, you know what I'm saying? You might be around some, like, goofy folk, unorthodox folk, some funny folk, but some of these folks, man, be funny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so don't judge a book by its cover, man, like, because you could really get a good bid, like, out of some folks, man, like, out of some people, man, like, you know what I'm saying? You could really do some good bids, you know what I'm saying? Because I had some funny folk, man. I've been around some goofy folk that I've been around, man, but, like, I appreciate them, man, because it was a good bid. I'm not judgmental. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Because I know people's experience is different, and I really appreciate different people, because that's just a testament of your will to be different, you know what I'm saying, and not fall into the structures of, like, this you know what I'm saying? This one-track minded society. You different, like, your mind is different, you know what I'm saying? And it really takes, like, warrior, or I'll say like a. It really takes a what's it called? An activist mindset or a revolutionist mindset to really just push back with your authenticity. You know what I'm saying? To just be different. You know what I'm saying? Be who you be. But anyway, I'm going to conclude this video right here. I'm going to see you on the next one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to go too much. Don't read too much into that. Check out the next video I got, man, because I'm going to have some more podcasts coming up on, you know what I'm saying, Incarcerated Podcast. But anyway, peace. Yo, the joint, man. Let's get it.